Mohamed, you have 3 minutes.
Thank you, Sir Roger. I thank my honourable friend from Bedford East for securing this debate. For some, Kashmir is spoken about as a geopolitical flashpoint, but for thousands of people in my constituency of Dewsbury and Batley and across the UK, it is a far more personal, intimate one. It is a place where their parents were born, the place where their children's grandparents still live, the place they call home, even from thousands of miles away. My office has heard from many families who were gripped by fear at as the recent violence escalated. One article described the situation bluntly. We were not able to step outside of our homes because of the intensity of firing from both sides. We could only hear loud bangs from the inside. Others shared the heartbreak of losing relatives in clashes, and several wrote to me terrified because their elderly parents were visiting during the violence and became stranded, unable to return safely. These are not distant political events, they are lived experiences for people I represent. The human rights violations that we have heard about from across the House, these do not exist in isolation. The root causes go back decades with incursions and human rights abuses from both sides, from the Indian side and the Pakistani side. The 1947 partition and the following actions and situation remains an unresolved question of Kashmir's political status, a legacy of imperial decision-making that continues to shape instability today. The violence is escalating, and there are reports that India intends to impose Israel-style policies in Kashmir. Demographic engineering, land dispossession and silencing of activists only deepen the urgency. The right to self-determination is not optional. It is enshrined in UN Security Council resolutions 47 and 51. For 77 years, this promise has been denied. The UK, as a permanent member of the Security Council and a nation that champions democracy and human rights, must act. So I ask the Minister to urge the government to lead on human rights and demand and facilitate independent investigations into atrocities on both sides of the line of control, push for and facilitate dialogue and use our diplomatic influence to bring India, Pakistan and the Kashmiri representatives around the negotiating table, support and enforce the UN resolutions, 18 UN resolutions since 1947. None of the resolutions have been fully implemented. So support these, especially advocating for a free and fair plebiscite, and provide humanitarian support as required to protect civilian life on both sides of the line of control. Thank you very much, Sir Roger.